toast to their career.
The perfect combination, boy.
Hip hop legends in the South.
This is sports fans' only home for the hottest sports show around. These guys are on fire.
You're now listening to KJ and Shawn Mack. Now let's talk some damn sports.
Didn't see you there. All right. I'm Shawn Mack, back with a look on this day in sports history, March 11. In 1892, in Springfield, Massachusetts, the first basketball game was played. Shouts out to James Naismith. This world would be different if you didn't create that game. Small tidbit. For those who didn't know, this game was actually created for football players to have something to do in the off season. So as we remember, when we were kids, we would go out into the playgrounds and the yards and the streets and create little games, right? I have to say, James Naismith created the greatest side game ever. Wouldn't you say? Basketball has been a part of my life for 40 plus years. I'm gonna say plus, not giving you the last digits, but 40 plus years. And my life wouldn't be the same without it. I played it, I watched it, I coached it. I love basketball. So shouts out to James Naismith. Rest in peace. Moving on. In 1956, at the title holders championship women's golf tournament at Augusta Country Club, Louise Suggs wins her third title holder championship by one stroke from Patty Berg. And yes, this is National Women's Month. Should be National Women's Year, National Women's Life. We all come from, right? We learn from. But I'm going to do some more women reads for this whole month, you know, just to pay some respect. So shouts out to the ladies and the women. We appreciate you. We should show it a little bit more often. We love you. Moving on. In 1979, Randy Hoyt receives 67 minutes in penalties in a 60-minute NHL hockey game. Goes back to what I said last time. If you're just coming into the game to muck it up, I know he was a enforcer, as they call him in hockey, especially back in the days, 1979. But come on, man. The game was only 60 minutes and you got 67 penalty minutes. I wonder if those extra 7 minutes actually carried over. Someone get in the comment section and let me know, a hockey fan. Will it carry over? But come on, you're coming out just to fight. That should be taken out of the game, but I digress. In 1986, Islanders' Mike Bossy becomes the first NHLer to score 50 goals in 9 straight seasons. I don't know much about Mike Bossy, but I can say he was a boss. That it didn't play too well, right? He was bossy. He was flossy. I'm old. I digress. Shouts out to Mike Bossy, though. Also in 1986, the NFL adopts the instant replay rule. See, now I'm old enough to remember when it wasn't no instant replay, but I don't understand. If someone comes to you and say, yo, the thing that you do, we can increase it and make it better where it's less mistakes, almost 99.9% mistake free. And you look back at them in the eye and say, nah, game's fine. Legislating the instant replay, I don't understand. And we had a couple of hiccups with the Saints a few years ago, and then they came back with the, you can challenge the replay, and that didn't work out. Just get it right. My main goal while watching sports as a fan is to get it right and not have my team hosed, which we were, the Saints, a couple of years back, like 2 years in a row. We were hosed. That's bringing up bad feelings, so I digress and move on. In 1991, another women's read, shouts out to the ladies. In 1991, Monica Seles ends Steffi Graf's streak of 186 weeks, ranked as number 1. Shouts out to Monica Seles. We're near the same age, and I can remember, in my opinion, Monica Seles was on track to be, if not one, at least top 2, 3 women tennis players of all times. And then the idiot came on there and assaulted her with the knife, and to me, it seemed like she came back and she did play, but she never was the same. I don't know if that was physical or mental, but in my opinion, Monica Seles would be top 1, 2, or 3 best tennis players of all times if that didn't happen to her. So shouts out to Monica Seles. Shouts out to Steffi Graf. He did a lot for the women, and we appreciate it. Moving forward, in 1997, San Francisco Giants JT Snow suffers a fractured eye socket when hit by a pitch. Another thing that I always talk about, I forget, was that pitch intentional? I don't think so, because I was a San Francisco Giant fan at that time. I was rooting for Barry Bonds to win a championship, a World Series. So I don't think it was on purpose, but you need to legislate that rule also out of baseball, the unwritten rule, where if you show me up or flip your bat or smile at me or maybe drink a soda and I feel disrespected by it, next time I get up, I'm going to throw a ball that's hard, 100 plus miles per hour at your head. That hit his eye socket. I think it was Randy Johnson, if I'm not mistaken, but it was just horrible. That was horrible to see. Horrible. Need to be legislated out. That in hockey. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. But I digress. In 2001, at the 48th ACC men's basketball tournament, third-ranked Duke beat sixth-ranked North Carolina 79-53. Yes, it is March. It's that time of the year, and it's tourney time. It's time to relive a few of the tournaments. I don't know. I think I got Gonzaga coming out and going to win again, but we'll see. It's always surprises. It's always March Madness. As my wife say, we turn to Cinderellas and pumpkins and sweet 16s, and we seem like we're little girls talking about things, playing with toys or something. But it's that time of the year. I love it. Let's go March Madness. In an upset in 2012 at the 59th ACC men's tournament, 17th ranked Florida State beat 4th ranked North Carolina 85-82. Yeah, I remember that Florida State team. Black coach, if I'm not mistaken. That was a good team. It was an upset. They were ranked 17th. North Carolina actually, I think, was still a number 1 seed at that time. I think that loss might have knocked them to the 2 bracket, but if I'm not mistaken, yeah, I'm pretty sure that knocked them to the 2 bracket. They still went on and made the Final Four that year, if I'm not mistaken. But shouts out to Roy Williams. It's getting about that time. Should be retiring soon, right behind Coach K, right? Yeah, I think so. And finally, in 2020, the NBA suspends 2019 and 2020 season until further notice after the Utah Jazz center Rudy Gobert tests positive for C19. We all remember the press conference, the touching on stuff and all that. It's a little overblown, but at that time he didn't know, and everyone has given him, they've forgiven him for it. So that was a scary part of history. It doesn't seem like it was 2 years ago, but it also seems like it was a decade ago, if you know what I mean. The country's moving forward and we should be good. Seem like we're coming out of it. A few variants, but we should be good. Yeah, we should be good. It's going to bring up some other things that's happening on this earth right now, but you go to politics to listen to that, right? Let me know if you'd like to hear more politics from me or some politics from me, because I can get it in. But this is a sports show, and Shawn Mack and SFO like to keep it to sports. And as always, before I bounce on out of you and get on out of you on record, I would like to wish a happy birthday to Becky Hammon. Always thought she was beautiful because it's Women's Month. And I want to give shouts out to special women that I love in sports. And this would be Becky Hammon. Becky Hammon, beautiful smile, champion, college champion, WNBA champion, first woman to actually coach an NBA team. Shouts out to Popovich, Greg Popovich, for doing that. It wasn't just for show. He actually let her in there and she did her thing. So we like to wish you a happy birthday, Becky. She turns 45 today. And happy birthday to, I had to do this read just to talk about him. Happy birthday to Anthony Davis. He turns 29 today. Good old fragile glass Davis. what can I say? You did well in Kentucky. You did well for New Orleans. That's my hometown, but you left us, as all people do. Zion's next. That's going to suck. But I've always told people he's injury prone. He's always going to be hurt. And when he's not hurt, he's going to be ailing, a little gimpy. It's always something with him. I'm not sure if it's his frame or he hit that growth spurt early in life. So I don't know. Maybe it just never got fused right. I'm not sure. I'm just trying to make excuses for Anthony Davis because I kind of like him. But gosh, could you get healthy, man? Could you get on some type of weight training? Do what LeBron does. Do something. Anyway, he turns 29 today. I think I said that, but happy birthday to Becky Hammond. You did your thing. You've been a bit aspiration and just a goal for other young women to reach. And we appreciate that. I have a daughter as well. She plays soccer, but she knows about you. And happy birthday to Anthony Davis. Get healthy. Get on the damn floor. Could you please? Please? All right. I've been Shawn Mack, back with a look on this day in sports history for March 11th. And this is Sports Fans Only.